Bayfront property out here in Oysterville, Oregon. My name is Miles McLaughlin here at Wilco Land. What we do is we buy and sell unique and epic land deals. So this is our niche, our focus, our specialty. So this definitely fits the bill of unique for a property, and let me tell you why. Take a peek at. I'm going to pull it up on Google Earth here and show you why. So this is what's called a plat, like satellite imagery, GIS maps. They're laying a plat map on top of satellite imagery. So we can see here, I've got this property. This is a little bit better. I mean, it's like tide lands too. You can see the tides. It's low tide right now. So I'm going through history on Google Earth. You can see high tide. I mean, I'm assuming this looks more like low tide right there. So I can kind of go through the history here on Google Earth. I'm using this bar here and we can see that. So I don't know like the value of tide lands. I don't know how to value something like this. I know like one of these adjacent properties, I believe, was listed for like $50,000 at one point. I don't know if it's sold or not. You'd have to contact a real estate agent to ask about that sale. What I do know is there's some shoreline available to a buyer, right? There's shoreline available here. There's street views, and you can really see what you're buying. You can hop on street views. There's people that have put docks into the north and south of this property. And there's a marina right here, just to the north up here, a marina and like a bar, like a cool divey bar. And so, I mean, what do you do with a property like this? Like, okay, maybe there's low tide and you can go clamming, or there's some sort of oyster farming that you can do on this property. I don't know, like that isn't my specialty. And I'm sure people watching the video know more than me. Comment if you do know, like, is there value to all this water property, right? All this property underwater. There is value to it. I know because it gets bought and sold, but I mean, what is that value? I don't know. So we can kind of see this is a shoreline here. Do you own the tidelands? Like, again, I don't know like how much value that is, but there is value to it. So you own this property, right? You own everything out there. So maybe it's clamming, maybe it's oyster farming, small scale farming or crabbing or something like that. But maybe you could put a dock in, and that's really where there's a dock right here. That's really where your value would come in. Maybe you could sell to one of these neighbors, buy it from us and sell it to one of the neighbors for more. I mean, it would give them waterfront access. That creates a much more valuable asset to these people owning this home. Obviously, we're going to try to reach out to them too. But I was going to tell you, there's a marina up here, right? And so, I mean, it's a really cool, just like recreational spot. It's a cool location. The Mad Dog Country Tavern's right here too. $2 drafts all day, every day. So not a bad deal to get a couple beers, right? And walk down to your property, do some fishing, do some clamming, do some, whatever you're into, right? Maybe you can put like a little dock out here. I'm guessing you got to go through some hoops to do that with, I don't know, it's probably not the county. It's probably the Marine Corps. I don't know who regulates that, right? But maybe some sort of little dock right there. You can see that some people down here to the south have done that, put docks in. I mean, that's where there's a lot of value. If you can get a dock in, I mean, this is a no-brainer. This is a really great land investment if you get a dock in. So just wanted to kind of point that out to people. I don't know. I'm not an expert on this type of land investing. I don't know what a person can do with this. There's a reason we have it priced pretty low. I could be way low on the price. That's kind of my hunch, is that we're pretty low on our price point and there might be some more value here than we understand. So again, just kind of making that known to people. And I want to show the property here. Just give you a bird's eye view of where we're located here in Oregon. So we're right at like around Newport, Oregon. So again, like I said, really a lot of value is even if you can have some sort of little dock, even if you're not bringing a boat to it, a little platform, you can launch a kayak, you can launch a paddleboard, you can fish, throw a line out there. So maybe you can get some sort of storage on the side of the water here for paddleboards and kayaks and stuff like that. Or maybe some sort of little ding boat you can park right there, right? So again, not an expert on that. You're going to have to do some of your own homework, but that's what we're looking at. If you're interested in going to view it, I recommend using Onyx Maps to really get a good idea of the value or of the location. Let me show you here. So let me pull up this property on Onyx Maps. This is my favorite app for land viewings. And you can see why it does show parcel ownership if you have those lines going. So again, you've got this boat launch right here, Lincoln County ownership to the north of you. So this is all Lincoln County, Oregon. And then this is that land. So, I mean, it looks like more space on Onyx Maps here. Looks like there's quite a bit more space actually, but I don't know. You'll have to go out there. If you're curious to see like, hey, how do I know where the property's at? The other thing you can look at is like, you can see this person's house is basically directly across from the property. The edge of their house is kind of on that end of the property. The edge of this house is basically on that end of the property. Do you see how this house lines up with the property? And the end of this house lines up with the property. So if you don't know how to use those apps, just kind of use your intuition with these homes. So we're looking at here, really unique land investment. Give us a call. Let us know if you're interested. I do have other properties. I do have a property in the Siletz River in Oregon as well, and some other listings here out in Washington and Oregon. So like I said, Miles at Wilco Land, give us a shout if you want to chat land, 605-299-5553.